One of the unique things that happens in Key West, and this only happens in Key West because you're so close to the deep water in the Gulf, is the shrimp boats this time of year get within 30, 40, 50 miles of land.
There he is right there. It'd be great if you come up and do this. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that didn't take long.
I'm chumming all day.
Going the wrong way.
You know, I was just informed that I am somewhat of a ball buster. I had no idea. I thought we were all just having fun with each other.
Oh, he snuck up on me.
Oh my God. Somebody call the doctor.
We're gonna catch a lot of fish today, I'm telling you. I do awesome with banana. It's all a hoax. It's a bunch of BS.
Charlie Schiffer's been a good friend of mine since I was a little kid, 13, 14 years old. He's one of my lifelong fishing buddies, but we haven't done anything in about 20 years together outside of business.
It's very rare that you meet a guy with the integrity that he has and can maintain a friendship over those years. It's a wonderful thing.
So we were overdue for a boys' weekend out, so I called Mike, saw if he was available, and Charlie and I came down to hang out.
You know, when Rob called me and Charlie and he were coming down to go fishing, I was like, I'm in, dude. That sounds like a blast. And if you ever get 5 minutes to spend with these guys, it's just a hoot and holler time.
I've probably run out in the Gulf from Key West 50 times in my life to fish the shrimp boats. And every time, it amazes me at the beauty you see. You stop, the sun's rising, there's birds everywhere, there's dolphins. It's just the amount of life, and you're out in the middle of nowhere. You can't see land anywhere in sight. And still it touches me and moves me every time I experience that moment.
It takes a certain kind of man to want to come out here for a month or two at a time and look at nothing but that boat and shrimp and bycatch. And those guys don't even know each other than being out here together for 60 days. And both from different places of the country. you know? Mississippi boat, Alabama boat. It's amazing. They finally get a chance to talk to somebody new.
Oh, yeah.
You know? After being out here for 2 months, they're having a great time.
They're so happy to see a new face
Yeah,
and
right?
talk to somebody.
I mean, they're shaking each other's hands like it's their long-lost friends, you know? That's pretty cool to see that. Oh, yeah, my daughter will love that. Roll Tide.
Getting early to shrimp boats is really important because those guys shrimp all night long and then they sleep all day long. So about 9 a.m., they want to be in bed. So what they do is they cull the shrimp out first thing in the morning and then they kick the bycatch over. So if you're not there early, you're not getting bait.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Remember, go dogs.
That's right.
Go Dogs. Roll Tide, you son.
Hey, don't get upset because they won a national again.
Thank you.
You know, Rob, I have to ask a question. Last time we went to the shrimp boats, did you bring a banana? I think you did.
Did I?
I think they did because I remember you giving you hell about it.
I did. I take a banana every day.
Now there's one that is different on this trip.
Yeah, it's behind you.
You know?
He's blaming it on the banana. I think it's him.
I'm chumming all day.
Fishermen around the world, for some reason or rhyme or reason, have developed this hate for bananas. It's this bad luck. You bring a banana on the boat, you don't catch any fish. Well, I've never believed that. I've always had bananas on the boat. I've won big tournaments with bananas on the boat. Though I'm not a believer in this bad luck banana deal, we pull up to 2 or 3 shrimp boats. We've run 60 miles now from Key West and we haven't seen a fish. I'm starting to maybe wonder if I made a mistake bringing this banana.
It's fishing, man.
It is
We're gonna find them. It's just a matter of finding the right boat.
Hey.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119 No moss. I bet I could make you fling right out of the boat just like that freaking banana. You son of a... Mike, you see what he just did? Oh. He just threw my damn banana out.
I'd had enough. I'd had enough. I wanted to hook up on some fish.
I bet he told you, hey, throw
Go, banana.
throw that banana out.
Go, banana.
Well, it made a difference. The rest of the day, we were in fish, and I mean hard in fish. It was a blast.
Yay, the banana's gone! Woohoo!
It's one of the most ancient forms of hide and seek known to man. And nobody knows how to play the fishing game better than the backcountry guides and offshore captains of the Florida Keys and Key West. Ready or not, here we come.
You can walk through these woods, and if you go slowly and are observant, you see things and find things that are unbelievable. Other people are visiting a place that's exciting or dangerous or mysterious or cold or hot or wet or dry. I don't care. That's just where I'm supposed to be.
The Seahunter is brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. Seahunter boats, indestructible, unsinkable. Yeti coolers, built for the wild. Yamaha outboards. Wet Sounds, the ultimate sound machine for your boat. Quantum and Finor, inshore and offshore reels since 1933.
Yay, the banana's gone! Woohoo! It just took like 10 minutes for the stink to get off the boat. Oh, nice, Charlie.
What'd you just do that for?
Hey, Chuck. Oh, no! Karma. I just got bit off.
No.
Chunky sharks.
Bonita! Wear down a little bit for you, Mike. Okay. Woo-hoo. Nice job.
Nice release.
Nice release. I was ready to eat a sandwich and relax. But knowing Mike and Rob, we're gonna be hitting shrimp boat after shrimp boat after shrimp boat until I say no mas. I'm ready to go. Of course, with Mike and Rob, that ain't gonna happen. Those guys will fish until the lights go out.
Come on.
That didn't take long. You're gonna get bit by a shark.
You're under him. Under. Go under. It's okay, Rob will do it.
Yeah, just stay where you're at, Charlie. I got it.
The bonita fishing was epic, and I love catching bonita. They are a super hard fighting fish. They're built like a freight train. 15, 20 pounds of solid muscle on 20-pound test line. It's everything you got to get that fish to the boat. For me, they fight much harder than a blackfin tuna, which is a better eating fish, but I don't think fights near as hard as the bonita. When they want something, it's like piranha in the water. All you have to do is just get a bait in the water and you're gonna catch a bonita. So for me, it was epic on the bonitas. I was tickled to death to be catching so many bonitas. They were everywhere.
That was a fun fish on the fly. I don't know if I'm ready to do that again or not.
Oh, come on. You're Rob Fordyce.
Come back there, Johnny.
Charlie doesn't move, you know that.
I have to move?
This is beginning to be work. Woo! Come over here. Oh.
Ooh,
Oopa.
these things got some shoulders on them. Oh, there's a nice blackfin.
Nice, blackfin.
Thank you. Come on, big boy. Could have brought my wife. If I know it was going to take this long.
Oh man, what a hook job. It takes years of practice.
You brought him in the hard way.
Unlike the Atlantic, where you have a reef edge and a big coral reef growth, the Gulf is very, very flat. It just drops off about a foot a mile. So when you're 50, 60 miles out, you're in 60, 70 feet of water. So any kind of structure or habitat offers a refuge for fish.
You're going the wrong way.
Because the Gulf is so barren of structure, you know, you run 70 miles out to this tower and there's another boat there. You know, you're hoping you're gonna have it to yourself, but because there isn't a lot of other places that hold fish, we get out to this tower and there's a couple boats there. Not the ideal situation for us. And Mike makes a couple of drifts and I flip a crab out and I hook a great permit.
You're going the wrong way.
You'll put some heat on that rod.
Dude, it's got some heat on it.
I mean, this fish took 200 yards in line. It was obviously a really, really quality fish. And then I could feel it dragging on something. I could feel something didn't feel right. And I knew he didn't have me in the tower. He didn't make that big a run, but he was on something. And then I see the other guy in the other boat had my line. And I ended up losing this great fish because of that.
I had a fish on. He had a fish on. And I guess we started getting...
I don't think he had a fish on, honestly.
Him?
I don't think he did.
Well, I did.
You did. I saw yours. I saw his jig come up your line.
Yeah.
That's just one of those situations that's gonna happen. You know, when you're fishing around other boats and around structure, you're gonna lose fish.
Everyone in the Keys thinks their key is the best for fishing. Key West is by far the best. No one has the number of shipwrecks, the diversity, the bottom contours. Nobody has any of it compared to Key West. We're 120 miles out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Tell you what, you can put some heat on a rod. There goes the battle, Rob.
It's working. I got color.
Color. Let me know if you want a hand. Whew. Oh, Oh, what's that? Is that your favorite species?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. The jig fell right out when I grabbed it.
Sweet.
Those things are so much work on light tackle. It's fun, though.
In addition to the shrimp boats and fishing these satellite relay towers, there are wrecks. And a lot of these wrecks aren't commonly known. They're wrecks that have been passed on from shrimpers catching their gear, you know, and they get the numbers and pass them on to fishermen and so forth. Some of the wrecks are on your general maps, but the best wrecks are the ones that are kind of secret, that only a few handful of fishermen know about.
Get him, Charlie.
I'd be a little more confident if I didn't have pink line.
Really?
Well, you're fighting them like you needed pink line.
Charlie's one of those guys that's often the slow-moving target in the group. You know, he's always the first guy to make fun of you, but when he does something, he wants to be decorated for it.
Oh, moly.
That looks like a jack, only bigger.
It's the biggest Jack Crevalle I've ever caught. It smoked me. I was done after fighting this fish. And it just wasn't good enough for Mike and Rob. Just wasn't good enough.
He was all proud of his nice Jack Crevalle, and Jack Crevalle's a great fish, but that's not what we were trying to catch, and he kept trying to bring up to us how proud he was of his Jack, and we just kept kind of putting it under the covers.
Nice thing about jacks is they're not good to eat and they really fight hard.
Yeah.
So you do all that work for nothing.
I loved my Jack Crevalle. It was awesome. Great fight.
There's no espresso machine, no smiling barista, just you and an axe. You're welcome to a hot cup of comfort, but you gotta serve yourself.
It's one of the most ancient forms of hide and seek known to man. And nobody knows how to play the fishing game better than the backcountry guides and offshore captains of the Florida Keys and Key West. Ready or not, here we come.
The Seahunter is brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. Seahunter boats, indestructible, unsinkable. Yeti coolers, built for the wild. Garmin will take you there. Florida Keys Outfitters, for all your fly fishing needs. Best Fab.
We're going to use some of Mike's hot spots, wreck fishing, which is a lot of fun. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
I couldn't think of anybody better. So, what is this wreck?
It's called the Oiler. It's an old wreck. It's still, every once in a while, you get a good storm, you'll see an oil slick on the surface.
No kidding.
Yeah, still leaking. You know, Rob's one of those people, and I don't say this often, it's kind of neat. He's one of those people that inspires you to do more. I met him years ago at Madfin, and I've just enjoyed fishing with him. I've done two other shows with him and had a blast. And he just surrounds himself with neat people, and it's just a lot of fun to be around him.
Oh. Look at that, amberjack.
Hey, cool.
What are you guys doing over there? How come I'm doing all the work? Woo! All right, I'm not dropping down for at least 30 seconds.
You get it? Yep. That's cool to watch him come after it. The other one with him.
Yeah, I see it.
That's one thing cool about the fort down here in the Gulf, the water's clean.
Man, the water's beautiful.
You can see down.
Trying to keep this thing away from the motors.
You want a belt?
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants a sushi belt, Rob.
Oh, come on, man.
Yep, he asked for it. Here it comes. You know, I was just informed that I'm somewhat of a ball buster. I had no idea. I thought we were all just having fun with each other.
All right, there's the leader, grab it. Oh, that's the biggest one of the day, too. That's 2 of Rob's.
No,
Maybe 3.
no.
That's the record.
Hi, buddy. There he goes. Let me get you a bait.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Somebody call the doctor.
Oh, that didn't take long.
I've been on several trips with Mike with various guests, and he's very good at tricking you into fighting a fish when you're ready to take a little break.
After 2 or 3, you're spent. You're done. And here comes Mike from out of the shadows with a bait on, already dropping it down, feeding it to an amberjack, free spool, and then try to hand you the rod so you fight another one. Meanwhile, he hasn't caught one.
So he did that several times to Charlie and I. It didn't take us long to catch on.
I'm getting too old for this.
This is fun, man.
Hey, Rob, I'm gonna put this one down for you.
No. I gotta put tying a jig on. That's all you.
We'll get him back. We'll get him back. Thank God.
Thank God what?
What happened to him? Look.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Amberjacks are one of the toughest fish in the ocean. Pound for pound, they pull, they dig for the bottom. We call them reef donkeys because they go hee-haw up and down, up and down. Now, when you pull up to a wreck and you drop down and the amberjack hits, the first one's a blast to catch. The third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, people are running from the rod.
Oh, he came off.
You don't sound unhappy about that.
How's the bone fishing over here?
You want to change the tactics?
We tried this bait and switch technique, and we were trying to catch Charlie a really, really big barracuda that we had seen on the wreck on fly.
Oh!
Put the fly there.
Well, while we're trying to tease this barracuda up, several gigantic amberjacks came up and started trying to eat the bait as well. And I started thinking this would be so funny to get Charlie hooked up on a fly rod to an 80-pound amberjack.
I can't believe I'm actually trying.
Oh, he snuck up on me. He came from under the boat. He did a sneak attack. Oh, that's not really what I wanted to do. I was wanting to see Charlie do that with a fly rod. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's a slob, too.
Oh, I saw him when he ate. Yeah, that's why I was really disappointed.
It is right there. It'd be great if you come up and do this. Boom, 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 boom.
That's a leader right there. Ah,
Nice release.
thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Whoa!
Don't thank you that much. I don't know, man. You got anything else in mind that... I mean, I'm having a ball, but I don't know if I can do that again.
How about I'd love to get that kudo on fly. You want to get another goggle eye on there?
Very rare is it that I get a chance that I don't have to work. There's no pressure involved. I just go fishing with a buddy, and whether we catch something or not, I'm just going to be with them. And that was this situation. I was just happy to be there with Mike and Charlie We were having a great time. We were busting each other's chops, and we managed to catch a bunch of fish and made it for an even better day.